One thing we did this past week, and we do this rarely, but Trading Trainer in our subscriber area in our secure web portal, we keep a our own Trading Trainer bias on the markets, and we've actually bumped it up this week from neutral to right into the range, and it's right on the cusp of neutral to this neutral bullish range. So we have this range. In fact, I could probably bring that up so that folks and anybody who has access to our web portal, the free access. So all you have to do, folks, is come on over here to our web portal, and you can find that if you go to the Trading Trainer website. So I think you're seeing my screen. Yeah, you are. So if you go to the tradingtrainer.com website and you come up here, right here up at the top menu, and you click on, let me go ahead and tell my
Click
website that
on
I don't,
allow first, but hit the allow.
right,
Yeah, hit the
right.
allow first.
Oh, yeah, and I hit cancel, but I want you guys to hit allow. I just hit cancel because I'm allowed, because I'm AJ. So right here, there's this button called login, and this is where my paid for subscribers can get into the web portal. But we also have access to the web portal that is complimentary. And so I recommend anybody who's paying attention to this podcast, you come over here. I'll log out and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So you log out, and when you come there, you can actually click right up here where it says sign up and get yourself free access to our web portal. You won't have as many bells and whistles as somebody who has paid for our program, but you will get access to all my white papers. You'll get access to a couple of free courses I've done on selling cash secured puts and things like that. There's a lot of bonus material for somebody who has a free access, and you'll get access to our Trading Trainer bias, which is really good to check in with. And I'm going to pull that up right. I log back in as myself. Now, when I log in, I do have access to all the subscriber information. So, like I said, you won't see everything that I've got, but you will see some of the stuff. And one of the things I suggest you go to once you've got your access, and everybody should get access, is this area called stats. And so this is where we keep our Trading Trainer bias. And you can see right here, I've got this scale right at the top where we keep track of the indexes of, red is bearish, bright green is bullish. We've changed it to neutral bullish, but if we were to have a little indicator, we'd be currently like right here on the cusp. We just crossed into the neutral bullish zone. And that's exactly for what you said. If you come back to the S&P 500 index, we continue to go higher. In fact, we expect that there's this overhead line of ascending resistance, and we're playing with getting right above that level of resistance. Now, support and resistance, when you look at probabilities, when you take your Statistics 101 class and you overlay a bell curve, we would still expect, even though we're a little bit outside of our level of resistance as of yesterday and going into today, we would still expect there's a high probability we'll come right back into this channel. And that would be really healthy for the market to do at this time. So in the beginning now of these summer doldrums, it would actually be pretty good if the market retraced to about, well, let's not give you a rough number. Let's give you an exact number. If I draw a set of my ruler here from the two highs, the two closing highs, if I came down to around 4,230 all the way up to 4,305. So right now would be a good time to pull back to somewhere in that range, 4,230 up to 4,305. That pullback would give us enough like investor confidence in the uptrending trend to give us another push. If we continue higher at this point, SIP, I think that we'll get weak, and then there's less chance of this trend continuing. So right about now, I'd love to see a little bit of a pullback. Ideally over 4,270, but I'd say going back as far as 4,230 all the way up to 4,305. Get that pullback and then take another step forward, because what we talked about last week is still true. There is some heavy overhead resistance. If I go back 2 years, there's some heavy overhead resistance at 4,600. And so to get above that 4,600 and start really being in a uptrend for the markets, we need to have some real momentum so we can hit that wall and break through.